I have no idea if this is the right setting, but I'm gonna go ahead and anyway. Hey guys, what's up? I thought I'd film a video on my quarantine look because we're all in quarantine. I am bored out of my mind, eating everything, and you won't catch me doing a home workout because I don't live that life. So I thought I'd do a little updated look that I've been doing. Actually grown into the whole makeup thing. My last look was a bit heavy, and yeah, now I just do like a perfect the skin and off you go. Yeah, these are also the products that I use the most at the moment. I'm sorry if the light changes. I'm using natural light, and England is having like 4 seasons in one day kind of vibe. So it was literally raining this morning and now it's like sunny and the clouds are coming again. I can see them, so that's gonna be great. Yeah, I'll show you the products that I use and the brushes. Kind of like a mixture of high-end and drugstore. Also stay hydrated because, yeah, I'm just a bit awkward because at like 3 o'clock in the morning when I wake up because I need to pee, my parents like, what are you doing upstairs? And I'm like, I'm actually not. And also, sorry if that laptop is, it's new and I don't understand it and it just makes noises sometimes, but yeah. Anyway, so shall we get into the makeup? Alrighty, I am back. So, first things first, let's prime. To prime is not a crime, as Nikki Tutorial says. I like priming. I think it really, I need to prime because I have started to become oily, and that's not good because when everything starts to break apart when you get oily during the day. So first I'm going to take the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Primer. This is the travel size because I needed to figure out if this would work for me first. I always buy travel size of products because it's important to figure out if it works for the skin. Also, I'm not gonna pay, I don't have the kind of money to pay like £27 for a primer and then it makes me break out. I don't live in that world, and you know, I don't think I ever will. And then I take the E.L.F. Poreless Putty Primer. I just pop this into my T-zone to get rid of those pores. This stuff is magic. Like, went to like a work colleague's birthday, and well, it was a work colleague's like birthday and his girlfriend, so we all went to Top Golf, which is like a driving range basically. And she said to my sister, she was like, oh, his skin is so like smooth and stuff, and that's this stuff. Like, it's only ever this stuff. I'm gonna take the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. This stuff is super full coverage, and I don't do full coverage, so what I generally will do is literally take one pump, not one pump, 2 pumps, and then I'll spread it out on my hand because it's quite thick. And let me get a mirror. Okay, so the mirror's there, so if I look down, I'm sorry. So I generally just like, and these are like light dollops, yeah. And I don't put on my nose because if you want product to stay on your nose, like don't put on your nose, like use the leftover. I have about that much. Look at that match, I'm like really impressed. And then I just blend it out with my Beauty Blender. You see, like it's kind of just evened it out. It hasn't like, you can still see like redness like peeking. Oh, I don't know if you actually can. Like, I can still see the, like, in person, I can still see like redness on my skin and like all the dots from my razor rash and stuff on here, and I like seeing that, just not as like heavily as before. And if you're wondering why this part of my face is, wow, that looks, it's very ghostly white. And this worked last time, so I don't know why. Well, it was a bit whiter last time because I was I went back home in December to South Africa, where I got a little bit more tanned. So I think also I was in the garden like a couple of days ago. So damn, that is some full coverage beat right there, and I did not want that. But we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna go. Someone said this is like great for like dry skin because I think it was Makeup by Jack. He is a god at makeup, but Makeup by Jack I think said like that this is great for like dry skin because it's like very like dewy and like moisturizing the skin. I don't find that about this foundation. I think it goes really dry on my skin, and I have oily skin, which is the thing. Like, it does that thing where like it kind of just separates because your skin like sucks. Like, and I prepped my skin today. So if this doesn't make the cut again, because it did this last time, like separated on my eyes, and it was not cute, I can tell you. But yeah, okay, so I could literally not set this and just leave the house because it's that like natural glow going on there. But anyway, we shall move on. And then I take a bit of this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and this stuff is white, like some white, like white. It might have been like way too much, but it's fine, we can sort it out. I just want it in there, like I don't want it anywhere. I just want it in my inner corner because that's where I'm sorry if you can hear my cat snoring. He is very insistent on being in my room lately, and I don't exactly know why. I don't like foundation on my lips at all. Like, I think it's literally the worst thing ever. And when, like, Nikki Tutorial, she covers the whole, like, all her lips in foundation to get, like, the true color of the, like, lipstick. And honestly, that scares me. Okay, and then we're gonna do some cream blush because this is a sample from this brand. It's Kjair Weis, I think. And this stuff is great because it almost blends out into nothing sometimes, which is what I need because I can put a whole lot on and blend away and bring back the redness that I just took out of my face to make it look more natural. Now, I get a bit clown-like sometimes when I do this because I have this. I've had this since my birthday, so since December. We are now at literally the last day in March, like, thank God, because this has been like a really long month. And see, the side's still already red, or pink. So the foundation kind of just dried on my hand now, so I kind of just pick that up and go over it to like blend it out basically. Okay, and then I take some cream bronzer. This is the Sephora Make No Mistake Foundation and Concealer Stick. This stuff is thick, and it is in the shade 11. Koa. This stuff is super thick and it's literally like paste. And I don't put a lot on because it is like that thick and pasty. Like you can already see like how, and I swear to God, like it doesn't even show up on my beauty blender. Like, and then when I put it on, I'm like, like whoa. So I build that up gently. I do go on my forehead a little bit. I never put the stick directly onto my face. I did that once and I was like, great. So we don't do that anymore. Good job. And then this also tones down the redness of the blush because it gives something to compare it to. Like I literally go like this and you can see like there's a little bit on there. So, and then I just tap super lightly. And like I mix between the point and the bum because the point distributes product and then the bum blends it out nicely. Also take some of that and put on my eyes because your eyes need color. And also I don't do eyeshadow. Okay, so that's the face, the cream, everything like that done. So we're gonna take Laura Mercier translucent powder in the color translucent, obviously, because it's just white. Now, my skin is oily. It's become oilier as I've gotten older, and that's fine. I don't mind it because I like the glow that it gives. So I try not to set. Like I don't go heavily in with powder. Like I just don't like it anymore. I do get super dewy during the day, so I do need to take a touch of powder with me, which I generally do, and that's why you see me with a bag these days, because I like doing that. Now, I do have foundation and concealer under my eyes, so first, with the side that's not the bronzer, so like just a clean side, just tap out so that anything that's like fallen into lines there, like you'll never be able to get like, I realized that and then I just take the excess and just run it through my face. I'm never gonna be able to have like smooth under eyes like the beauty gurus because I have just natural texture and lines underneath there and I can't do anything about it. I also set everything down here like really well. Like I will use a lot of powder on my neck because it's like, I think it's the first part that like generally breaks apart, and also when your neck stops matching your face, the first thing people notice. So yeah, but I'm just taking like literally tiny amounts. If I'm like in a rush, I will like swirl the brush in the lid, like empty out a whole lot, swirl the brush because it's like loaded up with powder, then swirl it and then just, because it's the easiest thing to do. I'm a perspirer, I really am. I don't know why, but I perspire at any given moment without any warning. I don't have to be incredibly hot. I literally sweat when I'm cold sometimes, which is weird, right? Okay. So then push out the side. I don't bake because baking sucks the soul out of my under eyes. I don't know why, and it's very annoying, but and then run down. And then for my nose, I do, if I have time, I will swirl, tap off, and then go through the nose route. My camera just cut me off there because I think it's capped at 17-minute clips. What was I saying? Oh, so I swirl, tap off, and then I'll go into the nose. You can see powder on my nose. I don't know why nothing just sinks into my nose. I think it's because our pores are so filled and blocked that just comes through. Okay, so now we're done with the powder. So now that we don't have powder flying everywhere, I will now just run a brow gel through. This is the Benefit Give Me Brow in the shade 2. So what I do is I scrape off everything because my brows are like super intense already. and then I'll just lightly graze through them. And I say lightly because then it coats the hair and not just the skin underneath as well. Although I want my brows to look intense, I actually do this because I have blonde hairs in my brow and it makes my brows look super patchy. So I focus it really on the light points of my brow. But yeah, this stuff is really good. I will then take my finger and just do that and push, just make sure that they are kind of the right shape. My brows are weird, they don't match and they grow out super fast, so, and I can't, but yeah. Okay, so brows are done, and I don't set my brows because my brows don't get oily, they don't like separate, they literally just stay there, which is one thing that God gave me in life that I'm super chuffed about. But yeah, so our face is set, we're kind of still glowy, which I kind of like, that's the kind of thing I go for. So after that I move, hold on, drink Coke Zero, it's better for you. I will drink one of those a day and consume a whole lot of water to keep myself hydrated. So, oh, by the way, this brush that I use for powder, it's by a brush called, by a brand called Ebelin, literally Ebelin. My sister's girlfriend bought me this in Germany because she got herself one and they are phenomenal. And I saw it and I was like, oh, so nice. And then she was like, I'll get you one. I was like, thanks, doll. Okay, next we're gonna go into the Cheerleader mini palette from Benefit Cosmetics. Looks like this on the inside. I have really dug into this because it's really that good. Why do I go in here? Just for literally that. And that when I'm going out. And that always. I don't know. This is a Morphe brush in collaboration with Jaclyn. This is the JH04. It's apparently a blush brush. I don't use it for blush. I use it for contouring, bronzer, literally anything that I want because I can. So tap in and I tap off, and then I still, now that I have stuff all over my hands, I still tap stuff on here to like just really empty the brush out so there's like minimal, so I can really just tap on and see like that cream bronzer, it still like peeks through, you can still see the line that it creates. So I literally will tap off as much as I can because I just need an extra oomph. I don't need a pow, you know? Love these words I'm coming up with. Good job. And then I will dip back in, but just on the tip, and I will just run it over my nose because I like the beach bronze look. And then when I've done that, I kind of just take the brush everywhere because it's even up or something. Now I'll tap in, knock it on something, and I'll just put it all over my neck because I can. Because I really can, and it's fun. This part over here gets very white because of the grey undertones that a beard from shaving creates. So I just try and turn it down a little bit. Also, I really just love the feeling of a brush. Like, they're so soft. They're so nice. I literally, when I was younger, I used to go into like pharmacies and touch all the makeup brushes because they're just so soft. Good job. And then I'll switch brushes to something smaller. This is a Morphe Y3, and just I'll tap into the blush shade. Now this my skin eats this, so I literally can. And stuff smells so good. I even run it under my eyes because I don't know, I think it looks better. It just like brings color back to my skin, even though I just took all of it out, and the whole point of this was taking it out, but yeah. I don't use the highlighter because I have a natural glow going on. So with that, if I put highlight on, it just doesn't look good. So I'll keep that. This is just like an everyday, I'm literally gonna go sit on the couch and watch a movie after this, so it's not like I'm exactly going out. But if I'm going like partying, I'll throw it on, but like very sparingly because that highlight is insane. So we done powder, we done everything. If I don't use that blush, I'll use this Hourglass palette, and I'll use that shade there because it's very nice. It's very nice. Good job. Now that all that powder's done, my face is definitely set. So because we swirled with this brush, there's still powder left in here. So I like to just go over and blend everything out, just really make sure everything's worked and buffed in nicely. Also, if there's any like leftover product that's not down, like put it into the places where I'm extra white. Blend out nose. And then guys, I set with the MAC Fix Plus. I don't like this because of the spray. I like the spray, but I don't like how like aggressively it comes out. Like I feel like it does the same job as the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, but like that comes out super fine. Also the color pop pretty fresh, or fresh, it's fresh something that has a nice mist. The Fenty Beauty makeup refresher spray also has a nice mist. No, this just like it has like this bottom thing that just, okay, so I just will sit here and just let that dry, and I'll fan myself, like, you know, and then I'll go in and just press everything in, because this stuff like eats powder, so it eats all the powder off your face, makes it nice and wet, so everything sinks into your skin nicely. And yeah, now it looks like I don't even have makeup on my face. Like, I just look super even. I mean, like my under eyes are not that white, so that looks a bit fake, but that's fine. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Good job, and I'll sort that out later. Okay, and then if I'm going out, I do have a lip routine. I do line my lips because I don't know why, but there's like my outline of my lips are purple, and then as you go in, I have a load of like little bumps, but they're not like bumpy. It's smooth, but it looks like, well, it's just a texture, and it looks like I have this weird, like my lips are lined, but they're not. So this tones it down. It's the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in 03. Very good. And then, but I won't like line, like makeup. I will literally go super lightly. Then I take this, because this is really nice, and I tap my finger on it, and then I tap it onto my lips, and then I'll go in with like a lip balm or something to make my lips like hydrated. Now, because I'm going downstairs after this, I will take the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream and pop it on my lips, because I have a little crack in the corner here that split open from being inside these past couple of weeks. My lips are still dry. This stuff is liquid gold. I don't know what they put in it. Get yourself. Or I'll use the, it's a tiny little travel size, the Kiehl's bottom mask for lips, and I'll put that on before I go to bed, and then my lips are fine the next day. But yeah, anything else? I mean, I do contour sometimes from this Zoeva Contour Spectrum palette, and I will go into this very loved shade over here. I got this as a present from a friend, and that shade is just the banana shade is great for under the eyes, but my eyes are already that white, so but yeah. After I said, I do one last thing. I will take a like a foundation powder, but like not quite a foundation powder. This is the Jouer Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder in the shade Fair. Looks like this. Yeah, it's got a fair dent in it. And I will take a, this is literally like a highlighter brush, I think, and I'll just dig in there. And I will go in here like that after I've set, because it stops my T-zone from getting very oily. So yeah, so I just go around and set the T-zone and under the eyes again, because it's a it's like a hydrating powder. That's the thing as well. I don't know. It just like blurs the center of my face. So like my pores are super fine, like everything's super fine, so that helps. And I'll take this powder with me out with the same brush that I used to set it, and I'll just, during the day, just like top it up, you know, so everything stays super smooth, super set, and nothing breaks apart. Nothing irritates me more when I can stare at someone's makeup and I can see it breaking apart here. It's like, I love it. But yeah, so this routine also makes my eyes super blue, which I do like. I think it's a big contrast against the whiteness that I have become. I was gonna fake tan before this to use a different foundation that but if you need any recommendations, this by Chanel the Vitalumiére. I have the shade 20 Cameo. This stuff is expensive but worth it. It has an SPF of 15 in it, so you have your SPF in there also. But I can't use this now because I got shade matched in South Africa when I was burnt and tanned at the same time. Some places were burnt, some places were really nice and golden and everything. So I got shade matched, and I'm white now, as you can see. So now that doesn't work for me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a massive thumbs up. Yeah, and have a great day. Stay sane during quarantine, please. Don't kill your parents, even though I'm about to, because, well, they're just as bored as me, honestly. But yeah, stay safe, stay groovy. Check you soon. Bye.